I walked in on my girlfriend's mom having an affair. I need to tell my girlfriend.
Tell her.
Tell her right now. Really wish I would have just stayed home. My girlfriend came over to my apartment today to study and do some homework as she's still in university. When she arrived, she started to unpack and she noticed her laptop wasn't in her bag, and being the good boyfriend I am, I told her not to worry and that I'll drive over to her house and grab it. I really wish I hadn't. By the way, this comes from Delicious Bit 4226 on the OK Storytime subreddit. So my girlfriend still lives at home and I'm really close to her parents. Both of us are. In fact, I see them as my own. Reason being, my parents are toxic and it's best to go no contact with them for my own sanity. Her father, on the other hand, is a positive male role model in my life, great job, positive attitude, and always gives good advice, in my opinion. He's a great guy, not much else to say. I think highly of her mother as well. Caring, loving, and always supportive of my relationship with her daughter. They both love me, and it's the reason why today shocked me to the core.
No.
That sucks even more that he has like a relationship with them.
Yeah, right. So it's not just like drama. It's
Yeah,
like
it's like,
it's like his
oh.
life could be impacted. Like,
I have a key to their house. Oh, so he was like close.
yeah.
And as I entered, living room is first room upon entry, I see my future mother-in-law and some stranger having spicy sleep, fully unclothed, not hiding anything. As soon as they saw me, my mother-in-law started panicking and both ran into the back of the house away from me. I heard my mother-in-law cursing over and over. As soon as I realized what was happening, I just backed out of the living room and stood on the front porch. I honestly didn't know what to do. It didn't feel like my place to confront them as it's not my fight. So after about 5 minutes, I re-entered to see the stranger walk past me out of the door, followed shortly by mother-in-law. As he left, she looked at me and started to cry. She broke down and tried explaining the situation away, how their marriage had been suffering and how she loves father-in-law but feels so unsatisfied. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Excuses.
She begged me not to say anything, that it was a mistake and it would nuke the family. She was hysterical. I just sort of looked at her. What was I supposed to say? The begging wouldn't stop. She even grabbed onto my shirt. She wanted me to not say anything and let it be swept under the rug. I told her flat out that I'm not lying to save her. She then begged to be the one to tell father-in-law to at least give her that. So in the interest of getting the F out of there, I just said sure and went to retrieve what I was there for. I then went immediately home. I haven't told my girlfriend yet as she's still working on assignments, but I plan on telling her afterwards. I'm sad. It's devastating knowing that the comfortable family I found and felt finally a part of is about to be nuked into the sun. I can't imagine how my father-in-law is going to take this. He's a good guy and definitely doesn't deserve getting his heart broken like this. I'm also sad for what my girlfriend is about to hear and what will come of it. It's such a huge, crappy situation that I wish I never had any part of. My poor girlfriend and father-in-law. And there is an update, but dang, what a situation to be in.
Yeah.
Like it's not your family, but you're so ingrained in that family.
Right. So it's like you kind of have a say, but like not enough to actually say anything. You know what I mean? Like that's a tricky spot.
What do? Do you tell the girlfriend immediately? Do you wait for her mom to say something?
I would probably wait a little bit, but at the same time, like I don't know how I would keep that.
I'm really bad at keeping, unless someone I don't know. I can keep secrets, but in this case, I wouldn't feel like I owed I wouldn't be like the mother-in-law. Like I don't want to keep her secrets.
Right. Like I don't want to be responsible for that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't know how to keep it from like a partner.
Yeah, like I think I would just I would be around my partner and obviously something's up. Like I would not be able to hide it, and then since they're my partner, they know me so well, they'd be like, "What's wrong?
What's going on?"
And then I would probably tell them, like,
"Mom." But there is an update. Update on the original post I wrote last night. A lot has happened. So I told my girlfriend everything I saw when she finished her homework. She was devastated and crying like I have never seen before.
That's nice that he waited for her to finish homework.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna let her get her stuff done before I blow up everything.
Yeah.
We talked for a good few hours where she disclosed to me that her mom had cheated on her father once before when she was just a child. The affair partner was a boss from her work and had gone on for a few years by that point. She only knew about it later down the line because a family member told her. After I settled her down, I could tell her sadness turned to anger. Around 2 a.m, she insisted we go confront her mom and tell her father everything. I tried talking her out of it and to do this on another day and at a better time, but she doubled down, saying her mother doesn't deserve peace. Oh, awkward situation for OP.
Wow.
Because the mom's probably going to be mad at him for like saying anything. And now he has to go confront her at 2 a.m. He's like, okay.
Right. And like, you know, he doesn't have to be a part of it, but he has to be there for like his girlfriend's
emotional
moral
support. Yeah. So we ended up at her parents' house early in the morning. They were just settling into bed. The look on my mother-in-law's face was obvious. She knew what was coming. It was effed up. I have never seen my girlfriend scream and cuss someone out so hard. Every single possible insult was used. My girlfriend told her mother that she's going no contact for good. When things calmed down, her father was clearly baffled and had a lot of questions. I told him everything. What I saw, what I was doing, why I was there, and what mother-in-law said to me. I could tell I just sank this poor man's heart.
Aww.
His eyes filled up with tears, but he just remained silent. I guess she hadn't told him, which I knew was the plan all along. Typical effing cheaters. After another 20-30 minutes of cussing, screaming, and crying, I was able to get my girlfriend and I to leave. I felt so bad for her and father-in-law. I felt responsible for destroying what I thought was beautiful family. I mean, I don't regret at all spilling the beans, but I just wish I wasn't at the center of it all. I don't want to break the people who I love's hearts. Feels like a nightmare and a reality was just turned upside down. When we got home, I got a text from father-in-law saying thanks for being honest and transparent with him. He said he loves me and that we will get through this. He's a great guy. I just can't believe that piece of crap woman did this to him. After a night of little to practically no sleep, I got out of bed this morning and made some breakfast for my girl. Just pausing really quick.
Yeah.
Like underneath this story, just a great boyfriend.
He's really great.
Yeah.
He's doing
and every step of the way.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Killing it.
We talked and I think she's handling it better now, but still not great. I invited father-in-law over if he wanted a place to stay or just to lay low for a while. He surprisingly took me up on the offer and came over shortly after. Girlfriend, father-in-law, and I had a pretty lengthy conversation on how he felt and what the next steps are. He looked disoriented, but managed to handle himself well given all that has happened. It's clear he's deeply in love with mother-in-law. He kept saying he wants to try and fix it. Girlfriend and I both think that's a bad idea. He told us that the person mother-in-law originally cheated on with was the same guy she was having spicy sleep with. It had been over a decade since she was first caught and must have kept this man in the shadows. But don't keep us in the shadows and join us live every weekday at 3 p.m. PST on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Just tap her profile. And there is a little bit left to the story, but man, oh man. I mean, she must have been cheating kind of if not this whole time, intermittently.
Right. Because I mean, when she was a child, it was already for 3 years or something like that. So it's like all these years later, because what? They're probably in their 20s at least.
Yeah, at least.
So, man.
That's devastating.
Yeah. In their own home, too.
In their own home. Out in the open.
Yeah.
Didn't even do it in the bedroom.
Right.
Didn't like the living room.
Right.
Come on, have some decency.
And if Opie just walked in, like, what was the door unlocked or something?
Well, no, Opie had a key.
Well, yeah, but like I would assume that they could hear it. You know what I mean? Like hear them turning the key into place, unless they've got really like loud new locks or or they're just making some noise.
And we're making a lot of noise. I can't believe he's willing to work through this knowing that. I couldn't at all. My girlfriend later asked where her mom was. Apparently, she left in the middle of the night after we left. No one knows where she's at. I wouldn't be that surprised if she was at her affair partner's house.
Oof.
Honestly, I'm sick to my stomach over it all. I feel like I destroyed a family. The people who I really care about are broken and hurt. It really I hate it all and wish people would just be decent human beings. And that is the end of that story. OP.
Wow.
You didn't break up anything.
Mm-mm.
You were just the messenger.
Yeah.
And you don't deserve to be shot for that.
Yeah. That's a tough spot to be in.
That's a really tough spot. Yeah. They were going to be devastated wherever they heard it.
Right.
And it's better for them to find out now
than
to, find out years down the line.
Yeah. And it's good that you didn't like keep it from her.
Yeah. She would have been upset if she was like, you knew and you didn't tell me.
Right. That would be terrible. So it's not your fault. You did all the right things, OP.
Yeah. But that is the end of that story. So let's get into the next one.